Hello everyone, Argsy here. I am very excited because it is Fact Sheet Friday. Yes, that's right, Farming Simulator 25 fact sheets are here. Very first ones as we lead into the release of Farming Simulator 25 on the 12th of November 2024. So very excited to go and take a look at these. Nothing too exciting. There is only one piece of new equipment that we haven't already seen in the information released thus far, but we'll go and have a look. There is a few little things in there that we'll focus on. There's a bit more data and information than we've had from some of the trailers and videos and screenshots thus far. There's a couple of other things we'll talk about at the end, so stay tuned for that. But let's go and dive in, take a look. So first up, let's take a look at the format of the fact sheets this time around. Of course, there's always a blog post, so this is where you will find them, either on the Giants website, which is what we're looking at now. They'll also be released through their social media channels on Discord, Facebook, Instagram, and of course Twitter or X, whichever one you want to call it. Let's just take a quick look and see what they have to say. So Farming Simulator 25 Fact Sheet Collection. Check out a hand-picked selection of highlight machines coming to Farming Simulator 25. Every Friday until the game launches on November 12th, we'll be showcasing a bunch of cool new machines for your agricultural pleasure. Now before we go and take a look at the actual fact sheets, we're just looking at this little image here on the header. There's a few things in there we've seen already. The International TriStar, there's a couple of the combines, looks like the Case AF11 and possibly the CR11 or one of the other New Holland combines down there on the end. A couple of other brands we haven't seen but would expect to be there, Kubota, Deutz-Fahr, as well as the John Deere forage harvester, which is nice to see. We've also got the big Crone trailer there, whether that's a silage pickup trailer or just a forage trailer of some description, not too sure. Also got the Oxbo spinach harvester in there, and next to that I'm trying to decipher whether that looks like it might be a wheel loader of some description. Then we can just make out the cab of something in behind that as well. I've got another John Deere tractor, and then it looks like a little bit of tillage equipment tucked right in the back there in the blue. So a little bit hard to figure out what it's going on, but nice to see some of those pieces of equipment being in the game. So let's dive on in, take a look at the fact sheets, and just analyze those in a little bit more detail. So first up, we've got the Valtra S series tractor, and it has the Brantner power tube trailer on behind it. Now, we've seen both of these already. The Valtra was shown off at Gamescom, and the power tube trailer has been heavily shown in the spinach blog and spinach harvesting equipment. A few more details about them, and just one little interesting thing to notice on the trailer. So the details there on the Valtra S series, $254,500 to buy it. It is a 280 to 420 horsepower tractor and has a variable CVT transmission. Big diesel storage capacity there, 610 litres, and a gearbox that's capable of doing 50 kilometers per hour or 31 miles per hour. Has a combined weight of 11.9 tonnes, so a pretty decent sized tractor. That 420 horsepower option does sound quite appealing to me. Now, taking a look at the Brantner power tube trailer, the actual model details there, the TR34090/2PT. I'm assuming the PT stands for power tube plus trailer. It is a $65,500 trailer. Has a capacity of 30 to 46 cubic meters, so that normally translates to 30,000 to 46,000 liters of storage. So obviously has the expandable sides there on it, so it can be increased or decreased. A weight of 11.2 tonne. And then we go through and take a look at all the different fill types that are available in the trailer. Now, pretty much know what all of them are, and we'll just overlay them all there on the screen. But there's a couple there which just caught my eye, and it is a couple of question marks, which does indicate that there is two more fill types that haven't been revealed to us yet. Now, whether they are crops, whether they're associated with the production or something else, we're not entirely sure. So interesting to see that there is a couple of cards Giants are keeping close to their chest at the moment. But there we go, that is the Valtra S series tractor and the Brantner TR34090-2 power tube plus trailer. The next thing we saw was the Merlo multi-farmer telehandler, and of course the actual model name for this, which is the MF44.9CS-170-C V-Tronic, and that will all make sense when we have a look at that in some more detail. Now, just interestingly, on the back there, as we know, this is a multi-farmer and does have a 3-point linkage and hydraulics and such. It does look like we've got a piece of Pottinger tillage equipment or something similar there on the back of it. So just taking a look here at the specs for it, $149,500 and 170 horsepower. Now, when you compare that to a tractor of probably the similar size, and the fact that this does come as a telehandler and no need to fit a front loader or anything like that to it, this does become a very versatile piece of equipment. Also running a variable CVT transmission. The diesel tank's not quite as big as the tractor, 140 litres, but it does run at a decent speed, 40 kilometres or 24 miles per hour. So it does make it a practical option to use around the farm and run back and forth between fields or different parts of the map or things like that. Combined weight 9.5 tonnes, so still a pretty hefty piece of equipment when you compare that to the weight of the tractor. So next up is another piece of equipment we have seen a lot of over the last few weeks. This is the Oxbo MKB 4TR self-propelled spinach harvester. So the Oxbo spinach harvester is a pricey piece of equipment, $635,000. As you'd expect for a self-propelled harvester, it's not cheap, so need a few fields of spinach harvested to pay this off. Running a 400 horsepower motor and a variable CVT transmission, has space for 950 litres of diesel stored, so you're not going to run out anytime soon. Get through a fair few acres with that. Running on the road 25 kilometres or 15 miles per hour, getting from field to field, so not too bad. Not the fastest, but not too bad. Some of the interesting statistics though, 35,000 litre capacity in the hopper. Now, we were told in the spinach blog that we could harvest 23,600 or so litres per acre, so you can probably harvest quite a bit before you're going to have to empty that out, which is good to know. Combined weight 26.7 tonnes, so it will be interesting to see how the ground deformation behaves with this running on it. Harvesting speed 10 kilometres or 6 miles per hour, so very similar to the speed a combine runs at, and obviously the single fill type there of spinach. And last but certainly not least, with our final fact sheet today, is the one new piece of equipment we have seen. Another tractor from Iseki, or at least a first tractor from Iseki. This is the TJW. We can see there on the side it is a 1233. Whether there's different models in the range, we'll find out a little bit more. On the back of that is the FarmTech EDK 650 trailer. So taking a look here at the tractor specs, it is a $92,000 tractor with 123 horsepower. Now, it doesn't list any other horsepower options, so I'm assuming we will just have the one model, nothing that could be configured in the shop. It runs a power shift transmission, drives at 30 kilometers or 18 miles per hour on the road with the maximum speed. Only 190 litres of diesel storage is probably what you'd expect in a smaller tractor like this, and weighs in at 4.6 tonnes. So again, it is just a small tractor, good for yard work, probably quite good for working in some grass fields and that sort of thing too. And looking again at the FarmTech EDK 650 trailer, $6,000, 4 to 8 cubic meters of storage, or 4,000 to 8,000 litres, so it is an expandable trailer. Weighs at 1.2 tonne now. I would have to assume that is empty, and you can see it will take all the same fill types that the Brantner power tube we saw earlier would, including the two with the question marks. So there we go, that is the first of the Fact Sheet Fridays for Farming Simulator 25. Fantastic to see those 6 pieces of equipment and get a little bit more detail around some of the things we've already seen, and to see a new tractor there as well. So good to have those, and looking forward to the coming Fridays. It'll be something to look forward to being released every Friday. Now, just before we wrap things up, there was a couple of other little things that have come out to my attention over the past couple of days. Huge shout out to the Farm Sim guy for showing me this, and you might have seen his video on it as well. There's a video taken at Gamescom which has been shared around and does look to confirm that one of those question mark crops could in fact be peas. Now you can see it there, the translation, when you translate it from German, they're playing in German in Cologne, does translate through there to peas. So whether it's confirmed or not, it's not 100% until it is official from Giants, but it does seem that if it was on the Farming Simulator 25 game at Cologne at Gamescom, then there is a very good chance that that could be one of the other crops, which does lead me to wonder, what could the other unknown crop be? Is it going to be something similar like beans, or are we going to see another leafy green vegetable? Is it going to be something completely different? I guess we'll just have to wait and see and find out. There was also some screenshots released to a couple of different sources over the last week. We saw a few more shots of the Merlo there running with the Magsy bale fork on the front, so confirmation that that brand will be returning to FS25. See another shot there, it has the bucket on the front and it's running a Noki Crossmax 300. Now this, it looks to be a disc cultivator when we look at it from that shot, and nice to see those different textures there. We can sort of see the cultivated texture, but does go to show the versatility of this piece of equipment. You can actually spot some stones there in the bucket, so I guess you could run around and pick up stones as you're going and keep your field clear. It was also the first time we saw some shots of the CR11 Gold Edition. Now this is what will be coming with the Collector's Edition as a pre-order bonus. It looks fantastic. The colour on this is absolutely incredible. You can see it there on the MacDon header as well. The MacDon header is of course New Holland branded. You can just see the New Holland logo there on the top, but the CR11 with the gold on it does look fantastic. Looking forward to having that and having a play around with that. We also had the first few screenshots of water buffalo, sheep and horses in the game, which was cool to see. Water buffalo look interesting, very scraggly around the neck there with the hair and fur. Some nice big horns, but other than that, the other distinguishing feature you can see there is the udder, so milk production from water buffaloes could be a thing, and I think we've had that alluded to previously. Sheep as well there, and the horses. Now, no information on baby sheep or lambs or foals or calves. I'm assuming they'd be for the water buffalo, so we'll just have to wait and see what gets confirmed out of those. And then rounding out the last couple of screenshots, we can just see there the sunflowers and a field of oats. Just nice to see these different textures, changing these up a little bit. The sunflower ones kind of impressed me. I always thought the sunflowers that were in 22 were very, very monolithic. These ones just have a little bit more variety across the detail, so nice to see that. And there we go, our first Fact Sheet Friday for Farming Simulator 25. I've been looking forward to these for some time now, so it is great to see that Giants bringing them back, and we're going to have them for every Friday from now until the game releases on the 12th of November. So looking forward to bringing these to you, doing a little bit of a summary of each of the fact sheets as we receive them, along with any other information that's released about Farming Simulator 25 over the next couple of months. So stay tuned for that. Now, I hope you found this video useful. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.